if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous. I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise...
It is a perfect night here in the capital city of Atlanta, Georgia. We've got the roof open, and we are ready to go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we...
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got all the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with Villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
Pretty and paid. Pretty and paid, ayy. Y'all heard I'm coming. I don't want to clarify. Keep up. Ayy. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad, well, I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadiddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad it. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sip that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only come out with a pay till I say. Heard you wanna be. Don't gotta whip it. Rag on no petty. Let's talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. Empty the like show me a benefit. Let Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. We not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadiddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it.
It is a perfect night here in the capital city of Atlanta, Georgia. We've got the roof open, and we are ready to go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Second and 11.
He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Falcons, nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Trying to run for it with Pollard, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
They'll set up a throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Back to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's Olave bringing in another one. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide. Complete. Touchdown! Chris Olave, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Saints 14, Falcons nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. offense out there for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Back to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. They'll set up to throw.
He completes it to Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
There's no doubt that he has plenty of heart, but you've got to be careful of those receivers that are slight of build. They leave themselves open to some pretty big hits across the middle. That pass, incomplete.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
And that's out quickly to Chase. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Riggs, 79 Broncos.
Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 13. Bring it.
Looking to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Fields now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On 4th down, Fields
on the move to his left. He gets it to Sims, complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
And that's complete. It's Sims.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. To the air again, Fields.
High throw, but he makes the catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
On first down, Fields.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cup 19, Cup 19.
They'll look to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Watch the safety creep.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. I got you, Pup.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans.